Here's how I envision NFL GMs sitting around talking about free agency. Hey, did MMG's NFL free agency video just drop? Yeah, 5 minutes ago. It dropped 5 minutes ago. Oh, okay. Let's trade our best player. Let's trade him right now.
You know what? Here go 2 more for y'all.
Hours after I record something, another blockbuster acquisition or trade or retirement occurs. I literally can't keep up. We left off with the Titans signing Calvin Ridley to a 4-year, $92 million deal. I thought we were caught up. I thought it was going to start to slow down. The Colts signed Joe Flacco. Joe Flacco gets a 1-year deal worth $8.7 million with $4.5 million guaranteed. I think this is an awesome comment. Great veteran mentor for Anthony Richardson. I think this is a great signing. Excellent signing for the Colts. Anthony Richardson was so good before he got injured. Joe Flacco was amazing on the Browns. So you either have an excellent backup option to Anthony Richardson or you have a guy who can really lead Anthony Richardson. This is a great move. The Cowboys awoke from their slumber. Jerry Jones is all in, guys. Can't you tell that Jerry Jones is all in? He signs veteran linebacker Eric Kendricks. This is sure to move the needle. I refuse to believe Jerry did this. I'm pretty sure Dez came into the office with a clock and forced him to do that. From first round exit to first round exit. I think it's funny how excited people are about this. I mean, yeah, whatever. You sign Eric Kendricks, cool. It's not that big of a deal. But I mean, I agree. Eric Kendricks is solid. This is a nice pickup. The Cowboys are awake, ladies and gentlemen. You know who's also honestly been quiet in free agency is the Detroit Lions. We have made a few moves now, and we'll talk about that, but we extend Dan Campbell. What a casual take here. After he lost them that playoff game, LOL, are we discrediting the fact that we were in the NFC Championship? One of the worst franchises in NFL history made it to the NFC Championship. I get it. Super Bowl or bust, whatever. Just shut up. Shut up. Shut up. This is probably my favorite clip. We have to talk about this. Hey, you guys don't actually have audio. I apologize. My setup's a little scuffed. So, TLDR, Kirk Cousins, Kyle Pitts both have the number 8. Kirk is going to take the number 8, and Kyle Pitts says all he wants in return is targets every game, which is hilarious because he's not joking at all, and Jonnu Smith is finally gone. So is Arthur Smith. So this dude, I tell you what, I tweeted this out earlier. I am so ready to get hurt by Kyle Pitts in fantasy again. The amount of years I've drafted Kyle Pitts just for him to do fucking nothing, for him to get outperformed by fucking Mo Alley Cox. Like, what are we doing? I will be drafting Kyle Pitts once again this year in fantasy. I can't wait to get hurt. Cardinals trade for Desmond Ridder. Here's another team, dude, who just really has not done much at all. In fact, as we'll get to, they traded away Hollywood. Like, they lost their best wide receiver and they obtained a backup quarterback. Like, is that all the moves that the Cardinals plan on making? They're already in so much trouble right now. Someone said you'll never be Josh Dobbs, buddy. This has been the best week of my life as a Falcons fan. I gotta say, though, So the Cardinals have now lost Rondale Moore, who's incredible. I really like Rondale Moore. Incredible is probably a stretch, but he's good. And they lose Hollywood Brown. So the Cardinals are fucking decimated. Let's just put it out as that is a decimated roster. Falcons fleece the Cardinals. Yeah, it's actually crazy though. And then the Falcons end up getting Rondale Moore. So the Falcons now have Drake London, Darnell Mooney, Rondale Moore, Kyle Pitts, Bijan Robinson, Kirk Cousins. This is an insane free agency. Seahawks trading for Sam Howell. The Seahawks get Sam Howell, a 4th and a 6th round pick. The Commanders receive a 3rd and a 5th round pick. So they get 2 slightly better picks than they had, and then they lose Sam Howell. Now, this is keeping in mind that the Washington Commanders have made an absolute haul in free agency. They have signed so many players, but technically, as of right now, obviously the draft is coming up, and I expect the Washington Commanders to take a quarterback, but their quarterback 1 right now is Marcus Mariota. They also signed Frankie Louvu, Dante Fowler, Jeremy Chin, Zach Ertz, Tyler Biadasz, Dorrance Armstrong, Nick Allegretti. Oh my God. These are big names. Allegretti and Biadasz, super good players. Sorry, I always pronounce his last name wrong. Armstrong, Chin's incredible. Dante Fowler Jr. It's actually insane how many people they signed. They also signed Austin Eckler. They also signed Bobby Wagner. They went hard in free agency. Keep in mind the Commanders also have round 1, pick 2, right? So I really don't expect Mariota to be the starter, but you got to remember in the NFL, a lot of teams do not like to start their rookie quarterback instantly. It's just not a good way to introduce quarterbacks to the NFL. Many quarterbacks in their rookie year just sit behind the veteran, right? Like Patrick Mahomes famously sat behind Alex Smith. Most likely you're not getting Caleb Williams if you're the Commanders because he's getting taken first. So you get Drake May or you get Jaden Daniels, right? Do you instantly start Drake May or Jaden Daniels on your roster? I don't know. Obviously, there are a lot of rookie quarterbacks that instantly get started too. Bryce Young, CJ Stroud. Commanders loading up on a lot of talent. It's exciting to see. Whatever rookie quarterback lands there should be happy. This is actually a gigantic signing. Jaguars signed Eric Armstead. Eric Armstead is insanely good. 49ers should not have let him go. I don't think it was a question of letting him go. He's a very expensive player, and the 49ers are loaded with expensive players. Armstead was a 3-year deal worth up to $51 million. I don't know enough about cap to say whether the 49ers could have done that. I'm sure the 49ers would have loved to keep him because he's really good. But great news for the Jaguars. So Jaguars, their big signings are Armstead, Gabe Davis, Mac Jones. The Bills lose Gabe Davis and they get Curtis Samuel. I was just about to fucking say this, actually. They replaced Gabe Davis with Gabe Davis. Hot take, I actually like Curtis Samuel better than Gabe Davis. I've always thought Curtis Samuel is an excellent wide receiver. It's just not a great position to be in Washington. It just isn't. It hasn't been for anybody. I'm excited to see what Curtis Samuel could do with Josh Allen. 3-year, $30 million deal. Eagles are building the super team over here. I gotta say, they got Devin White on a really good price. 1 year, $7.5 million deal. It really is crazy to me how positional differences end up changing so much of the money in the NFL. When I think about Devin White, I know Devin White isn't like top 3 middle linebackers or linebackers in the league, but Devin White is really good. $7.5 million compared to, let's go with Curtis Samuel. Where does Curtis Samuel rank in wide receivers in the NFL? He's not even top 30. He's got a 3-year, $30 million deal. I don't know. I just think it's crazy. Is there a secret players association based in Philadelphia? Yeah, they are really just stacking talent over there. You gotta remember, this is coming in wake of Jason Kelce and Brandon Graham retiring, so it's kind of looking like, damn, those are some key pieces to this team. Nah, they don't care. Just gonna fucking sign everybody. CJ Gardner-Johnson back, Devin White, Saquon Barkley. What are we doing? This was I think this was the biggest news that dropped. This, to me, is the biggest news that dropped after I made my last video for 2 reasons. Number 1, holy shit, can we talk about the poverty fucking Make-A-Wish wide receiver room that the Chargers have? Okay, let's talk about it. Mike Williams gone. Quentin Johnston bust. Keenan Allen gone. That's your whole fucking wide receiver locker room. Let's walk this back realistically. Quentin Johnston, is he a bust? You can't really say that after the first year. He certainly doesn't look to be what they attempted to draft. We can all agree on that. Maybe he'll have a breakout year. Then who's the rest of your wide receiver room? Josh Palmer? I can't name a player after Josh Palmer. Now, they do have round 1, pick 5, and this is a very, very deep NFL draft class. I wouldn't be shocked if the Chargers traded round 1, pick 5 to establish more capital to draft maybe multiple wide receivers in later rounds. You look at a guy like Ladd McConkey. Ladd McConkey looks damn good. I'm not just saying that because he's white, okay? He honestly looks insane. The consensus among draft analysts puts McConkey in round 2. A wide receiver as talented as McConkey is going round 2. There is absurd talent in this draft class. I would kind of expect them to trade down. If they're not trading down, I actually think they're taking Brock Bowers, who technically you could consider him a receiving threat even though he's not a wide receiver, right? In my initial mock, I had Brock Bowers go to the Chargers. Also, this is a trade. This is not a free agency signing. They got a 4th round pick. Keenan Allen is worth a 4th round pick? Keenan Allen is worth so much more than a 4th. I don't get it. How is he not worth more than this? You could not trade this on Madden. It'll be all the way in the red. Happy for you though. Yeah, I mean, obviously Madden doesn't simulate real life either, but can you imagine trying to fucking trade a 4th round pick for Keenan Allen? Herbert's gonna be throwing the ball to someone off of LinkedIn. Just seen a Chargers fan fall to his knees at Walmart? No, you didn't, because you've never seen a Chargers fan. Boom. Roasted. This is the wide receiver room that people tried to claim Patrick Mahomes had. But Patrick Mahomes' wide receiver room makes this Chargers wide receiver room look like shit. Let me talk about the Bears implications here. Originally, I was thinking, okay, Bears just traded Darnell Mooney. Maybe they are keeping Justin Fields and they're going to draft Marvin Harrison Jr. I'm starting to think I am a casual and you guys were right. Bears are trading for Keenan Allen means there's now Keenan Allen, a very true wide receiver 1. I would expect the Bears to trade Justin Fields at this point and draft Caleb Williams. It almost looks like they're just loading up on talent for Caleb Williams. Understandably. This is a dream fit. So far, there have been 3 dream free agency signings. Number 1 was Saquon Barkley to the Eagles. That is a match made in heaven. Number 2 is Derrick Henry to the Ravens. Obvious reasons. Number 3, Hollywood Brown to the Kansas City Chiefs. Hollywood Brown, speed demon, undersized wide receiver. Remind you of anybody that used to play for the Kansas City Chiefs. Now, I'm not going to put Hollywood on Tyreek's level. Tyreek is in his own league above Hollywood Brown so far, but Hollywood Brown is amazing. And honestly, he just hasn't been in the best system for him. On the Ravens, it's obviously not a very pass-heavy team, and the Cardinals have had some serious struggles in the last couple years. I expect Hollywood to fucking thrive in KC. This is an awesome signing. Of course, you can't go a post like this without seeing this fucking guy. Kadarius Toney worshiper. Why do this, you literally have Kadarius Toney. The man is ring chasing just to lose to the Ravens in the playoffs. Shut the fuck. Shut up. Are you out of your fucking mind? Why would you not sign with the best quarterback in football? The best thing you can do for your career as a wide receiver is sign with the best quarterback in football, inflate your stats, and then go get a bag. Does that sound like anyone? Juju Smith-Schuster. Dude, I fucking love Juju. I've met the guy. He's an amazing guy. Juju fleeced the Patriots. The Patriots are floundering. They should never be paying a gigantic bag to a wide receiver. And guess what? Juju got paid fucking 3 years, $36 million, because he's coming off a Super Bowl ring. That is like the best thing that could ever happen. That's fucking amazing. Hollywood Brown signing a 1-year deal with KC. He's going to have an incredible year, and he's either going to re-sign on a huge contract or he's going to get traded to somewhere else where he probably gets overpaid. This is lit. This is fucking lit. Also, fun fact, I was in Vegas for the Super Bowl, and I randomly saw him. We played Madden a few times, and I randomly saw him. It was my first time meeting him in person. I was like, what's good, bro? How you doing? And now he's probably going to win a Super Bowl, so congrats, my guy. It was good knowing you. You're going to go Hollywood now, because, oh my God, you're going to go Hollywood. Hollywood Brown. He was willing to dab up a Madden YouTuber when he was on the Cardinals, but he's going to go Hollywood now when he gets his 4-year, $110 million bag next year. Other obviously huge news, Aaron Donald announces his retirement. Only thing I want to say about this, man. Aaron Donald, for literally every single year of his career, of his 10-year career, was a top 3 defensive player at any given time. That is so unbelievable. This is the most clear first ballot Hall of Famer. First year in the league, Defensive Rookie of the Year, 10 Pro Bowl selections. He won Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. And obviously, he was a huge impact and he won the Super Bowl. This just one of the best players ever, dude. Eagles then trade for Kenny Pickett. The Pickett disrespect needs to stop. He's debatably still a top 32 quarterback. Jalen Hurts to Wendy's confirmed. Eagles got their QB. All that complaining about being a backup just to be a backup. We took the 20th pick for him. What a waste, bro. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this. Just, I guess, a backup to Jalen Hurts. There's absolutely no way he's starting. A good backup QB is very important in the league, though. Speaking of, the Rams are signing Jimmy G to a 1-year deal. Stafford should watch out. He just got a top 32 quarterback. Great replacement for Aaron Donald. Shut up. What are the Cowboys doing in free agency? Dallas has lost Tony Pollard and Tyron Smith, and they've gained Eric Kendricks. Great pickup by the Jets. This is amazing. Aaron Rodgers is coming back. You get Tyron Smith. Yeah, this is huge. This is amazing for the Jets. What are the Cowboys doing? Tony Pollard, free agent, went to Tennessee. Tyron Smith goes to the Jets. Neville Gallimore goes to Miami. Dante Fowler goes to Washington. Biadash goes to Washington. Dorrance Armstrong goes to Washington. 3 Dallas Cowboys went to Washington. Damn. Now, it's not fair to just look on the NFL's Instagram because there are a lot of signings that the NFL Instagram, doesn't even discuss that are still, of note. For example, Bills got Matt Collins. I actually really like Matt Collins. He was kind of a unheard of guy, but they probably didn't pay much for him, and he's solid. So I like that. Miami Dolphins, who lost a lot of players, also signed a lot of players. Shaq Barrett, Jordan Poyer, Kendall Fuller. There's a lot of players. Jonnu Smith. Obviously, the Ravens got Derrick Henry. Didn't do much else. Not sure they really needed to do much else. Cincinnati Bengals, Zach Moss in replace of Joe Mixon. Really like this signing. Zach Moss is good. They got Mike Gesicki, T. Higgins on the franchise tag, Sheldon Rankins, Geno Stone. Didn't I realize they got Geno Stone? Browns, Jameis Winston, Jerry Jeudy, Devin Bush. Steelers are going to look so different. Patrick Queen, Russell Wilson, Dante Jackson. So the Texans are going to look different too because Joe Mixon back there is going to weird me out. And then, of course, Daniil Hunter, Jeff Okudah. I didn't see that. Jeff Okudah. 1-year, $4 million deal for a former round 1 pick 3 corner from the Detroit Lions. That was a whiff. We whiffed on him. Colts with Joe Flacco. Jaguars, Mac Jones, Gabe Davis, Devin Duvernay, Eric Armstead. Darnell Savage, too. I didn't know that. Titans are going to look different. Mason Rudolph, Tony Pollard, Calvin Ridley, Chidobe Awuzie. Didn't see that. And Kenneth Murray. Shit. The Broncos. Gosh, guys, we're shitting on the Dallas Cowboys sleeping. What have the Broncos done? The Broncos got Michael Burton, Little Jordan Humphrey. They re-signed a kicker. They didn't do shit. Honestly, pretty sick Kansas City Chiefs free agency. Irv Smith, solid player. Marquise Brown, obviously the big one. Re-signed Chris Jones, Derek Nottie, Jarius Sneed, who was a free agent, gave him that franchise tag. This is actually a big one. This is one that's been kind of going under the radar. Matt Araiza, who is this absolute god-tier punter prospect coming out of college. He had allegations that, I don't even want to talk about it. Really bad allegations, which ended up not being true. I have my own opinions on the situation. I've talked about it before. I don't want to talk about it now. It's semi-controversial that they signed him, so he's on this team. And I think the league would prefer that no one really knew that. You got to remember, though, this guy is like fucking insanely good. There's definitely some attempt by the media to cover up the fact that he got signed. That's all I'm gonna say. Las Vegas Raiders. Okay, so this is interesting. Gardner Minshew's a 2-year, $25 million deal. Obviously, Garoppolo is now on the Rams. And then Christian Wilkins. So are you gonna have Christian Williams and Max Crosby, or is Max Crosby gonna leave? I want Max Crosby to come to the Lions, but that's not gonna happen because we ended up getting, I don't remember who we got. We got somebody. Chargers lost their entire wide receiver core, but luckily they did re-sign Easton Stick, and they got Gus Edwards, everyone. No Austin Eckler, no Mike Williams, no Keenan Allen. You know, just the entire heart and fucking soul of the Chargers. The only thing you got left is Jay Herbo and Derwin James. That's it. Yeah, okay, when you look at it like this, the Cowboys really haven't done shit. Eagles just decided to sign everybody, bro. Devontae Parker, Saquon Barkley, Albert O, Dickerson, Pickett, Hennessy, Graham, Huff, Devin White, CJ Gardner Johnson. Just compare Eagles with Cowboys. This is a whole fucking AI-written, MLA-cited 5-paragraph essay. This is a discussion post when your professor doesn't check. Holy shit. And same with the Commanders. Commanders signed a fucking haul, too. The whole NFC East is going kind of crazy, barring the Dallas Cowboys. And then, yeah, I mean, when you look at the Chicago Bears, to me now it's very clear that they are signing Caleb Williams. Look at how much they've done. They add DeAndre Swift. They add Keenan Allen. Dante Pettis. Building the offensive line. They even signed Gerald Everett. Jalen Johnson, great re-sign. He's literally incredible, dude. Got a 4-year, $76 million. Great job, Jalen Johnson. Picked up Kevin Byard, who's been getting kind of passed around. That's who we got, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. So we've got Emmanuel Mosley, Amick Robertson, Carlton Davis, Jalen Reeves-Maybin. DJ Reader's honestly the big one. This is the one that I like for us. Little D-tackle help. We definitely want to get a little bit of heat. Oh, not Jalen Reeves-Maybin. Sorry. Marcus Davenport was the edge that we signed. I knew that there was an edge we got. And then we got Dan Skipper and Glasgow back. It's nothing crazy. It really isn't anything crazy. For very minimal signings, Josh Jacobs, Xavier McKinney. Keep in mind though, like you lost Darnell Savage, you lost Aaron Jones. So really what you just did is replaced what you had. People are saying the Packers had this insane free agency. I don't agree. You lost really good players and re-signed really good players. So it's almost just a wash to me. It's not. Vikings, one point that people were making is like, I was saying Sam Darnold's the starter. There's no guarantee that Sam Darnold's the starter. Obviously, there's still the draft. But, I mean, what pick do the Vikings have? They don't have a good enough pick to take someone talented enough to be the starter, in my opinion. So I actually do think, I think Sam Darnold's going to be the starter for at least 8 games. And if they're going to draft a quarterback, he's going to sit and let Sam Darnold play and learn. I don't think they'll just throw him into the fire. I think the Vikings kind of know that they're not going to make a push this year. There's a lot of signings in here. They did a whole lot, but this is a quarterback league, baby. Sam Darnold ain't going to cut it. I'm sorry, he's not. Here's another super quiet team, although they are in cap hell too, the New Orleans Saints. Cedric Wilson from the Cowboys, and then re-signing Matthew Demario Davis, and then they got Willie Gay. They didn't do shit either. Tampa Bay Buccaneers did a spectacular job re-signing their players, Baker Mayfield, Mike Evans, and Winfield being the biggest ones. Picked up Bryce Hall. They picked up Jordan Whitehead. Congratulations to them. This could have been really scary if you're a Buccaneers fan. Like, Mike Evans could have gone somewhere. Cardinals have made a lot of moves, none of them really hitting the news cycles. I didn't see about most of this. They pick up DJ Dallas. They got Ritter in the trade where they lost Rondale Moore. Sean Murphy. Yes, it's going to be a tough season for the Cardinals again. And then the Niners picked up Leonard Floyd. That's a nice. But they lost Eric Armstead. They picked up Devondre Campbell. I'm honestly hoping this is my last free agency video because holy shit, there's so much happening. But it's been a blast to watch, and I can promise you next NFL season is going to be amazing to watch. There are so many players that have swapped interdivision, like to their rivals. So it's going to be crazy to watch. And this NFL draft is studded with talent. It really could be. I don't want to be like a sensationalist YouTuber, but like it really could be one of the coolest NFL seasons, man. It'll be even cooler when the Lions go to the Super Bowl and win it.
Stop it. Get some help.
I love you guys. Thanks for watching as always, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out, boys.